Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's UBX podcast, episode 82. And my name is Victor, one of the UBX Academy trainer. And today, I will share with you guys why exchanges will dominate the financial industry. So, this will be our today's topic in our podcast. And for those of you is listening live, and those of you is listening to recording, come and join us in our UBX Telegram social media. Join us in our QR code to get the most updated information and news for UBX Exchange. So, without further ado, let me share with you guys some of the updated information. Right, for number one, I believe most of you have received the updated information regarding right number one that would like to actually update. So now, all right, for the month of April, all right. So starting of April 3 all the way to April 15, all right, we have a new updates on the stacking method for UBC. Okay. So now you are able to use 50% EUSDT plus 50% UBX to mine UBC for a stacking period of 360 days, yield at 0.6%. But please do take note, all right, that EUSDT portion not entered into the referral program rewards. Okay. For XAI, all right, beginning of 1st April to May 1st, the current ratio, all right, for stacking XAI is 20% USDT plus 80% UBX. All right, with the daily yield for 360 days is contracted at 0.9%, and for 180 days, it will be contracted at 0.8%. Okay. Take note that EUSDT portion will not be calculated in the referral rewards program. Okay. So after, all right, 1st of May 2025, the new ratio of XAI stacking would become 10% EUSDT plus 90% UBX. Adjusted daily yield will be 360 days contract at 0.7%, 180 days contract at 0.8%, drop to 0.6%. So EUSDT portion will not be counted in the referral reward program. So for those of you, all right, would like to actually to do the stacking, all right, do free so as now we have this promotion for UBC as we are actually launching, all right, our first samples of UBC in Vietnam, Da Nang, all right, in our gala dinner. So for those of you entitled, all right, V2 and above, please go and subscribe and join our yearly anniversary gala, all right, in Vietnam, Da Nang from April 14 to 17. And during that time, we'll be actually giving out samples of UBC. And we all know how powerful UBC is and how important as we are actually going to the market and to show to our community members. So for those of you calling, please, all right, kindly arrange yourself to sign up. Okay. So back to today's podcast, all right, we are actually talking about why exchanger will dominate the financial industry. So let me share with you some insights, all right, what is actually going on and why exchanger, all right, will actually makes the difference in the world now. So first of all, we all know the value of future of digital asset exchange. At this point of time, I'm very sure almost, all right, 30 to 40% of the world is actually talking and understanding to know what is crypto all about. I believe at start, all right, no one actually believe, all right, the milestone of Bitcoin, right, basically started from youngsters, adults, financial industry people, or professional people. They do not agree or understand, all right, the value of what we're actually looking at, which is our digital asset, right? Because never thought of this being an important milestone where a lot of people benefited, all right? The belief in Bitcoin, it actually helped them and they are able to become one of the multimillionaires in the world. So this is actually a dream come true, all right? It's no longer a dream, all right? It's actually coming into the real world and people starts to believe, all right? And people starts to come in, all right? Not just population, all right? Not just from regular people, but also the government, okay? As we all know, in 2024, where it all started, all right, when all the financial institutions, they have actually agreed, all right, and start of something called ETF. Okay, so what is ETF about? Basically, you are able to use your Bitcoin, all right, or your digital assets as a pledge or collateral, where you can use it to buy stocks in the market. Okay, so when this happens, tentatively you are actually cashing out your Bitcoin, or you are actually able to utilize your Bitcoin as a monetary to buy stocks. All right, very, very good example like Tesla, all right, MicroStrategy, MicroStrategy, they all right bought lots of Bitcoin as a reserve. But then again, in 2025, what happened? Donald Trump became the president of United States. And as we all know, he's a very, very strong crypto believer. And during that time, all right, once he became the president, all right, he did many things that enhanced and moved crypto, all right, into a bigger scalability time, whereby US being the leader of the world, all right, one of the leader of the world, all right, I'll put it that way, is actually going into crypto. So this is a sign or proof that many countries are slowly following US footsteps, starting to adopt their uh, their strategy in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. Right, very good example like Philippines, Indonesia, all right, Thailand, all right, all these countries that are actually using this as a stepping stone to catch up with the world. As we all know, all right, Donald Trump also started, all right, a crypto government. Not only that, he has his own board of peoples, all right, uh, uh, controlling or sharing, all right, the benchmark, all right, to study to make sure all properly in place. Because why? In the end, we do not want it to be a, a plan where people use it or misuse it to become a money laundering place, all right, or somewhere that they can use to transfer dirty money or non-free money, I put it that way. So that's why this jurisdiction is very, very important to come in place, all right, to actually to help to block, to prevent all this thing, money laundering to happen. So again, when this step is taken, where everyone get to know about cryptocurrency, all right, let me ask you a question. When today, if you have cryptocurrency, all right, how are you going to sell and make them into cash? You definitely need an exchanger, correct? So this is why I say exchanger will actually change the world because why? Everyone will be looking for an exchanger for them to actually cash out whatever the coin they have in hand to become the currency of fiat they're actually using. So this is actually a very, very important step. And this, put it the way you are actually combining three factors of financial industry into one. Which are the three factors? Number one, money changer. All right. Number two, which is your stock exchange. Why you buy and sell your cryptocurrency in the stock exchange. And number three, bank, where you can cash in and cash out, deposit and withdraw your digital asset. So first of all, you must understand why Bitcoin or cryptocurrency existed. They exist is because of fight, right? Because the downfall of the traditional finance that they are unable to cater to us. For example, today you wish to withdraw out your money from bank. Do you think that it's a very hassle? Yes, because they'll do your checking, they ask you this and they ask you that. But in fact, this is your money. Why can't we just withdraw it out? You know, there's all these things. and even transferring to other countries. All right, you need to go through much hassle to fill in the forms and this and that. But through cryptocurrency, we can just deliver it instantly without any hassle. Don't you think this is actually a good way where we are actually no longer fully utilize just only traditional finance, but also an alternative to actually help us to actually to use or transfer our own money into other people's, all right? Because in the end, this money belongs to us, it's our rights, correct? So why are there so many restrictions for us to able to control our money? Okay, so this is actually to beat, right, whatever the traditional finance that is not being friendly. Okay, so this is why Bitcoin is a strategy, all right, to come up to actually to encounter the loophole or the breach, all right, for our traditional finance, where traditional finance cannot provide us, right? So now we have this digital currency to replace, right? For example, like trading, right, for transferring money, right? So cryptocurrency is basically the value of money that we are actually transferring. But then again, we need a bank, we need a stock exchange. So this is where exchanger comes in, right? So exchanger is the place where you sell, you buy, you trade, you loan, all right? Everything you do with your coin, all right? You need cashing out. It is exchanger where it dominates all. So we just imagine during the traditional finance, bank dominates all, right? So it's same thing, same philosophy that exchanges will also, all right, become the one of the dominator, all right, in our future financial industry. So let me talk to you again. All right, how does this exchanger, all right, create a small milestone for them? Okay, number one, this exchanger in UBEX is actually created in 2024 in New York. Okay, it's one of the cryptocurrency exchange, and at this point of time, they also have grown true. All right. Listing Nasdaq. Okay. In this world, all right, there are only few exchanges that are listed in the world. Okay. One of it is Coinbase. Okay. And now UBX Academy is following the footstep of the reputable exchanges where they also be listing in Nasdaq. All right. So they have been submitted all the documents to SEC already filed. So estimated will be listing in end of the year. Okay. So how do exchange make money? So let me share with you. Okay, first, they actually make money from spot trading. So whatever you do, as long you use the exchanger, you buy and sell, the exchanger actually generates a 0.1 to 0.2% of fee for each transaction trade. Okay. Not only that, in futures trading, all right. So as long you use the exchanger as to buy and sell, all right, you definitely there's a fee. Okay, furthermore, all right, there's also a token listing fee. So what is token listing fee? So basically, if today I have a very, very potential project, okay, that I want it to be listed in the exchange, all right, similar to your stock exchange in your own countries, all right. So once I want to be listed, all right, I need to be set up my documentation for checking whether my project is true or not, all right, whether it's legit, whether it's ongoing, operational, all right. So we will not invest into projects that is not real, all right. So this is actually a checking. So once we identify, all right, the potential of the project, it's suitable, we help them to incubate, right, to make sure more research and development can be built on top of it, where it can create even more results, better acceptance, better user experience, etc. So, all right, they will also help them to incubate, yeah, make it better, make it more beautiful, share in between all the communities, right, about this project as well. So once we gather enough, all right, reputation or contract or people that wants to invest, they should come over. So once come over, they can buy the token as a form of buying their share, something like IPO, all right? So in exchanges, it's called IEO, all right? Initial exchange offering, all right, for them to actually to come in as early bird. Okay. So this is actually a very, very healthy thing because why this all this token economics is actually distributed live. Okay, so there is no changing. It's already fixed. Right? No one can edit. No one can change it. Right? The amount. Okay, so as we all know, all right, certain countries they actually print money to actually to fill up whatever they are owing. Right. So in token economics, it's already fixed. Okay, when supply, all right, is more than demand, definitely the price goes down. But when demand high, the price go up. So this is why the token economics is very important. It's already fixed. So no one can actually play foul or play cheap or sell earlier, etc. So besides that, all right, what bank can do is actually do stacking, all right, same as you putting fixed deposit into the bank account, all right. So exchanges also have this function where you can stack your coin into the exchange as a return, all right. They actually pay you interest, right? Same thing. Exchanger also pay you your rewards, all right. So besides that, all right, some of the exchanges that you can see also provides lending service, all right. At this moment, you don't see many, all right, but there are something Biget, all right. Biget does lending service, Binance, OKX, all right. So this lending service is really subject to the exchanges whether they want to do it or not. Okay, so same like bank also provide lending service, correct? Where they give you a certain interest reward as a return, and they use your custodian, all right, to do like loan or lending business to other people where they can make profit from that. Okay, so besides that, we have financial products, right? Same like your bank, we have mutual fund, etc. So in financial rewards, we have earn, saving, right? Where we give APR, APN. Okay, so besides that, as you all know, derivative trading. So basically, derivative trading is actually margin, right, in our stock exchange, right? High leverage fee, liquidation income. So these are the very, very common uh, income where exchange will make. Okay. So let me summarize a very, very simple recap, all right? So whatever banking, stock exchange are doing, all right, it's actually same as in exchanger, right? I'll put it, exchanger will help you to do money changing, right? You use the exchanger, you buy and sell, there's transaction fee, right? You move, you can do lending, you can do stacking, all this is actually the function of exchanger. So whatever bank's function, it applies similarly to our exchanger. So do you think bank make money? Yes, bank definitely make money. That is why exchange will make money. Yeah. Besides that, right, we talk about stock exchange. Okay, what is about stock exchange? In traditional finance, stock exchange and bank and money changer are all separately, correct? Then again, some banks do their own money changer, correct? Okay, let me share with you. Just imagine, right, at the point of time crypto started, there is no bank, there's no stock exchange. They are all just a very blunt understanding where we actually using cryptocurrency as a substitute for using traditional finance, correct? So once they do, then they notice that, oh, why not bringing Launchpad into the picture? What is actually Launchpad is basically we help, right, those weakness in Web 2, all right, to help them to bring over to Web 3, where it's more online. All right, put it online is like the whole world get to analyze and understand about your project. This is very, very good. So when this happen, we are able to bring them over to come to listing in the exchange. Same like stock exchange. So if you ask me to be listing in stock exchange will be easier or be listing in uh blockchain will be easier. Definitely blockchain because why? Less strict checking. That's why a bit of this, a bit of that, right? In the end, it will be rejected from the government SEC, right? So for here, it's much easier to load Launchpad. Of course, then again, the labs must do a due diligence to check whether it's legit or not. Okay, if it's legit, it's workable, definitely let them this exchange. But when this happen, what does exchanger earn? Exchanger earns the launchpad fee. Okay, what is launchpad fee? So basically, to be listing in my exchanger, you are required to pay a certain fee. Alright, same as traditional finance. When you want to go for listing, you definitely need to pay some legal fee or your other fees where you enable you to be listed in the particular exchange. So these are some of the ways also that the exchanger or make money. So other than that, all right, we have our native coin. So basically, each exchanger have their own unique mother coin. Like example, Binance, they have BNB. BitGet, they have BGB. Okay, OKX, they have OKB, and extra. So this is why this is actually in a form of giving back to the community or give incentive to our users that uses the exchange and also for their belief and trust to build together with the exchange. For example, when BNB started the time, BNB coin only worth 5 cents, and now it's already worth 600 over, all time high almost 800 plus. All right. So just imagine that time when you started BNB at a low price. Once it hit 600, do you think you're a millionaire instantly? Yes, correct. So basically, what we are actually going through is actually footstep of many exchanges that we have already studied. All right. Like what we actually do, for example, like Binance and Bybit, they can say that they solely live on by their transaction fee. Why do I say that? It's because why transaction fee per transaction you make 0.01%. Every ditch daily 30 over million transaction. Do you think you'll be rich? Definitely, correct. So same goes to stock exchange. If today I want to be listing my company, I will need people to come over, right, to come in to write everything, submit the application, to get everything for the approval. Okay, correct. So same thing as exchanger works the same, right? We'll have do checking everything. We help you get listed. Once you listed, all right, you trade and buy the token in the exchange. We already make money, correct? As I mentioned just now. Then again, you once you listed, all right, we will also make money. We make a certain charges of fee for us to help them to being listed in the UBX exchange. From there, all right, we also get the benefit our native token because why all launchpad in UBX definitely require UBX token as the coin to stack to get even more right cryptocurrency as a return. So this is some of the things that you can look on in our exchanges. Cool. So what makes it additional unique? As you all know, exchanges required us to be actually uh, regulated, right? Because as you see, banks definitely are regulated in their own country, but exchanges are supposed to be regulated as much as they can. That's why it is actually used internationally. So these are some of the regulatory licenses that we have in hand at this moment, right? From Canada, Australia, and United States. All right. We also have our anti-money laundering in Nigeria, our certificates. Right? All this is actually shown, all right, to share, to comfort, to let our public know, our user that we are also regulated. Okay. And also our strategy partner that are currently together in business with us with BlackRock, all right, with 20 million investments, all right, with Saudi Public Investment Fund. Visionary Group, where we actually collaborate to help us to build our UBT, which is our Universal Blockchain Communicator, where it helps us to do translation, all right, in life. Okay, not only that, it has over 98% accuracy, all right, and also 140 plus languages. And this is actually a very strong product and a very good advantage to UBXY because you do not see that exchange carries product, all right? But UBX using this as a stepping stone, right, to increase our user and also create branding also in the same time for UBX exchange. Why? Because if today you want to use that Unicom, you are required right to buy UBC. UBC token now is only available in UBX exchange. Why? Because it's same like ChatGPT, all right, where you need to upgrade to enable to enjoy the premium, right, of the chatting or this DPN. So it's very interesting and very exclusive. And they are planning to launch the first 100 million all right, units into the market, and automatically, all right, we'll definitely have 1 million members to actually come and join to actually know and participate about UBX Academy and UBX Exchange. So when the time happen, right, we have more users. What happens when we have more users? We have more transaction fee. All right, we have more people using exchange. When more people exchange, people will come and use to develop the business here. So when they develop the business here, what happened? We have higher listing fee we have actually participation fee that we can charge. for all this exchange. So then again, you ask me, there are so many exchanges in the world. Why do they want to choose UBX, right, to be listed in UBX? Why not choose listing in Binance, OKX, and Maxi, and etc.? So let me share with you guys. Listing in other exchange, it requires fee. The more famous the exchanger, definitely the more higher the price is. Because why? The focus, all right, on exchanger. Once you type, for example, you go Google, you type exchanger, the first thing come out is Binance because of their reputation, because of their popular usage, right? That makes them number one. So when they are number one, definitely the cost is even higher. So this is why UBX have this advantage, all right, to be able to list a lot of projects because why the fee will be cheaper compared to all those big exchanges. And number two, all right, because the participation of VC Capital and GC Labs. Why? Because they are the one that identify all these potential projects, right? To bring it on for UBase Exchange, for where us we can do stacking, all right? We get to enjoy the first hand of stacking and also able to get the token earlier. So once they go listing, all right, when it opens to public, definitely everyone start to evaluate and see whether this project is potential or not, correct? So when it's potential, then what? People will come and buy. All right, then they'll be listed in other exchange, right? Create even more big user database. So in the end, what I'm trying to say is that database is king. Why? When you have database, you actually move your uh, community members to come over to UBX exchange. Because only here now we're able to participate in exclusive project that are being gathered or being funded or being introduced by GC Labs and GC Capital. Okay, so this is why their existing role are very, very important. They are able to identify good projects because why? Because of their past experience and their past knowledge, all right, what they did and how they know is very, very important. Let me share more about GC Labs and Capital later on in the next slides. So, all right, what makes our UBX unique? Okay, number first of all, we have AI powered trading engine. So basically, all your custodian, all right, will not be there doing sitting nothing, right? Same like bank. Once you deposit your money, the money is definitely rolling in the bank system, where people can use to borrow, all right, to buy car, buy house, buy other things. So which require huge sum of money. So when it happens, bank will lend the money, and bank will actually take a portion of the interest or charge that interest as for lending. Okay, so this is the logic. Okay, besides that, you also use your custodian to do AI trading. All right, arbitrage trading. So this is actually done by our Fox AI. So definitely it's a very, very win-win situation. Furthermore, we have our global liquidity. We actually help manage to go into many different markets, all right, to create liquidity, all right. We have comprehensive product, right, as we all know. Every exchanges has spot trading, futures, stacking, and etc. Okay. What makes us stand out that is that our UBX economy, our UBX exchange, have this unicorn, right? Our DeFi where everyone can touch, see, feel, right? Can see the potential of this translator. If for you guys that actually been to Singapore or been to our events live, you're definitely able to see the unit itself. So it's very, very amazing. You can play around with it. You help it to translate very, very accurately. So besides that, we have unmatched security where we have 200 million protection fund. Okay, so basically what happened in during China is that once, all right, Bybit was hacked, right, they actually have another pool of money to secure to cover their insurance to help pay back to all the users. So eventually it happened, right? So it's a very, very good tool of we having this segregate pool for black swan activity. Not only that, we have our scalable ecosystem, all right, community-driven base, featured by Ubase Creator Program. All right, so those of you that actually do not join our event from Monday to Friday, do feel free to join us. It will be very interesting. We'll share more in-depth questions. All right, we'll share more personal advice. All right, from there from this event. So not only that, you are able to actually enjoy listening all our recaps of our study. All right, we will share with what is XAI, what is UBT, what's UBX, all right, and also what is Launchpad and etc. So you can actually learn and actually bring it to the market. So let us introduce to you our UBX token. Okay. So our total UBX token have 200 million, all right, in our UBX exchange. Initial price of 0.1, all right. And we have this is actually our strategy, all right, of same as BNB. BNB also have 200 million only. So what makes BNB price go up so fast? Which is their burning mechanism. Okay. When burning mechanism means what? Means we buy back and we burn it and throw away. So when this happen, all right, supply definitely going to go low because right, we no longer can produce as much as we have in earlier part. Correct. So now the price has increased. So this is another strategy way where UBX, all right, used to burn, all right, all these excessive coin, all right, and create the higher value of the coin. So this creates demand to the market. So understanding of UBX native token. So currently, all right, what can our UBX token use? We can use for trading fee as a discount, all right. We can use it for ecosystem incentive where we can do referral program. Platform governance, we can use do voting, all right. Because in the end, we are also a DAO community. We are actually decentralized. We're not owned by any entity. Right? Mostly, we are actually uh, helping the community, right, where they have their own setup companies. We'll be there to help them to explain, to share knowledge about cryptocurrency. Okay. So another thing, as you all know, right, we are also launching a lot of Launchpad. Okay. Why do I so agree or like Launchpad? Because Launchpad is the one that made me earn a lot of money during that month. Okay, at the point of time, I'm very, very happy. I'm very proud also because I'm actually able to know how to play, how to understand about crypto. So as you all know, all right, cryptocurrency, they are very, very unique because it's always based on supply and demand. As long as you have the usage of it, it will increase the valuation. For example, like with Launchpad, our Launchpad requires UBX token as backing, correct? So you got no UBX, what you have to do? You have to go buy. But if let's say we are old users, all right, we are leaders that we joined earlier, we are daily producing UBX token. So this is where you can generate income, all right. Not only that, you can use this UBX to do your own stacking, or you can sell to new members or old members that they have finished their UBX token. But then again, you are also able to buy from market, right? In market also can increase the price or anything. Also, some others, all right, we can use for equity stock, all right, expanded financial products, and bridge for RWA. So, what is the valuation of UBX token? Okay, so basically, UBX token started at 0.1 as an initial price, all right, went all the way high, all time high, all right, at $2. So, for those that actually joined at 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, congrats, because right today you guys are able to enjoy, all right, 12 over thousands of dollars. So what makes us unique compared to other exchanges? Why, Mr. Johnson, why did you say that they actually come in to join you British Exchange? Because number one, they sees that we have a community members of 300,000, all right? In fact, now we have actually exceeded 300,000, around 450,000, all right? This is actually extracted in 2024. And daily user goes up to 90,000. This is actually quite impressive results for daily user. Okay, so this is why they actually bought over or this to big exchange to build them even higher because they already have this experience, like Mr. Johnson, where he is already 9 years in the industry regarding cryptocurrency, and Jared already started from 14 years old, already joined cryptocurrency. With his vast experience and knowledge, we are identifying all these high potential projects in Web 2, bringing on to Web 3. Later, we can share a bit more about who is GC and why he is capable of bringing all these potential projects. So when this all happen, right, this database of 300,000 to 400,000 is already there. You do not need to start up a new exchanger and build again. How are you going to fight with other exchanges that currently already have affiliate program, KOL influencer, right, to help them to program. We can't just go and fight or grab whatever they are using. So this is why, all right, Johnson, Mr. Johnson, actually, and JC, you're coming because we already have a very, very huge network. And from there, we are actually expanding, right? Nevertheless, that this coming, all right, uh, first event that happened on January 9 in 2025 in Vietnam, all right, which is the UBX Global Summit. And the coming one will be April 14 in Da Nang, all right, where we have our first anniversary, and this is a limited slots of 200 people. So for those that have not joined or participate in this, please go and join because why? You are able to get a unicorn device for free. Right? You can able to use to go to roadshow, to go other country to show how good is this different infrastructure. And in the same time, you can let your community member play and understand. They will definitely see the potential in UBC because me myself have already experienced and tried this UBC. Trust me, it's fantastic. All right, it's the best device for translating that I ever use. So definitely it has value, and also yes, it's good where you can mine and generate more income as you use. So it's a very very good win-win situation. Not only that, we are actually coming in. All right, we are going to Canada, Paris. All right, in a few weeks' time, actually to meet up with the leaders. So of course, the coming event will be our Vietnam. All right, on the 14th. So for those you are here listening live or you're listening to the recording, please go. All right, I will see you guys there, and you have more understanding and chat. All right. So these are some of the exchanges, all right, that actually make it at this point of time, they are top five, all right. You can see Binance, all right, token, BNB, all right, they started in July 2017. The price went up from 10 cent all the way to all-time high, almost 800, right? That is a very, very strong multiplier, all right. OKB, TX, all right, January 18, it went all the way to $73, right? Gate.io, $25. KuCoin, 28. HTX, 40. So just imagine, all right, 10 cent, how high can go? We make it as low, okay, we just assume that we hit $20, the lowest. How much money you guys have actually made by holding UBX token or by mining UBX? This is the amount that you actually get. Okay. So this is the growth percentage, all right, up to December, March, January, December, May, okay, almost the same. Okay, with the potential return, 700,000 overs, 7,000, 5,003, 5,006, 39,000. We use the lowest stuff, okay, which is KuCoin, 5,000, 5,000%, okay. Easily, all right, we can make it that value. That's why we always say 1,000 times value of UBS token. So this is why. Well, so you guys can understand. Okay, so now let's touch on something, all right, which our UBX with Anthropotic. Okay, so this is another factor why UBX is so unique, all right, and out of all exchanges, I believe that UBX is the only one that has a product, right, base working together with exchanger, which is our UBC. All right. So basically, this is actually our translation device. In the same time, you can use to do translation. In the same time, you can do mining as you use the translation. So it's a reward. Okay. So this is actually a very, very good device. We tried and played. All right. It's very, very accurate, very, very smart. And most importantly, they can do live chat. As I am talking to you now in English, you can say he switch to Bahasa and it can automatically translate very, very accurately. Right? Not only that, right? You can mine, all right, you can make money, all right. This is a very good thing. Also, you use the project. And also, right, the more information you feed the AI, okay, the more accurate the language is. So this is the very, very good potential project. So let me share with you, all right, what is actually the innovative behind our DP, our AI solution. Number one, it transforms translation device into blockchain. Okay, so this thing is actually your mining machine, right? Help you to do mining as you use. And then you use AI in between, all right? So basically it's more safe, protected, because it's all decentralized. and it's AI. Okay, AI you cannot outsmart them because they are very very strict and they know how what you're actually doing. If anything you force, they definitely erase the data. And also we actually incentivize our user. As you all know, this is mining node. Anytime you on and you use it, you are actually mining. So once you're mining, you are able to enjoy UBC token. Okay. So why? What so make our unicorn, all right, or our UBC so famous? So these are the few factors. All right. Number one, we have high translation accuracy, up to 98%. All right. This is the being the minimum. And as the more user using the app, it will have even more data and more accuracy. Same like your ChatGPT. The more you ask him to do the question you ask, you definitely level up. Okay. Once you level up, you're able to check all the information more detailed, right? Same as it goes with the AI able to translate even more detail. Okay. And we have more than 142 languages, right? Don't worry, all right. And it is built on decentralized, so no one can get access to your personal information. Okay. And we are actually giving, all right, incentive people that actually using the app. So just imagine you use the app, all right, and you're able to make money. So don't you think it's a win-win situation? All right. You give us the data, we give you reward. Simple as that. Okay. Diverse application. So not only in Web3, people in Web2, right, can also join because why it's very convenient. Just put it to your wallet only. And very, very convenient. So these are the some of AI technology that they're actually using. Okay, from transformer model, neutral machine translation, cross-language training, multinational, multi-modal AI learning. So this is the tech equipments behind it that actually help to build this device deep in. So this is the total economic. Total will be 1 billion, starting price at 0.1. And now I believe the price is already above $1. Right? It's very, very good. And then these are the total economics. It's already fixed. Right? Community reward stands 45%, private funding 15%, ecosystem expansion 15%, AI development 10%, and crude and financial 8%. So why UBC and UBX collab together? Number one, UBC is a very, very strong product. Okay. And if for them to start building from stepping stone to go out to market, to do publicity, to do marketing, it requires a lot of money. Correct? So, but UBX already have their community of minimum 350,000. So it will be faster and easier to share it with people that has huge community. Yes. Rather than you go knock the door one by one ask. This exchange already have the own community. Okay. Number two, all right, UBX able to boost, all right, UBC because why? Number one, we can link it with product, right? It creates brand awareness to people. As long people today want to use UBC, they will definitely need to have UBX. Why? Because you need to buy UBC token through UBX. Okay. Second thing, you are able to enjoy a profit, right? Because why? This is actually stacking, all right? People uh, how say you people can actually come in to use your VC only in UBX, okay? And then we have huge user database for our UBX. People can start using. And not only that, UBC is planning to start giving out, or not giving out, to market, all right, their UBC Unicorn, the first 1 million device into the market. So this where everyone get to enjoy, all right, this 1 million user into UBX exchange. So just imagine this 1 million device being deported, all right, to everyone in the market. Automatically 1 million user is actually coming to use UBX. So this is actually a very good strategy plan. Okay. So UBC can use in Web 2, Web 3, as long you are traveling, as long you are going anywhere in the world, you are doing meeting, conference, everything, you're also using UBC. So it's very, very convenient. And this market is relatively huge potential. So just imagine, yeah, this partnership actually opens a door of $1 billion, right, and attracting, right, at least 5 to 7.5 users, right, coming into UBank exchange. 1 million is the device that being deployed, and people that see the potential in UBC, definitely will come and join our UBX. And also people that able to buy UBC in early stage, the coin, once it listed into other exchanges also, yeah, this actually create liquidity for UBC and also UBX. Why? Because in order for you to join UBC, you need to come into UBX. All right. So this is the advantage of early. So once UBC being listed in other exchanges, it creates more liquidity and also more people to come and use. So it is possible that increase millions of users, not just from one. So this is very, very high potential, a wow factor to UBX as a product. So these are the sort of strategies of UBC. They plan to deploy 1 million, all right, into the market and expanding DP infrastructure, all right. So these are the blockchain that can be used all the time and it is AI integrated. So the more we use, the better the explanation or translation. So this is a huge milestone for UBC, bringing UBX exchange into a higher level, right? So this makes UBX exchange a unique exchange because why we have this UBC tagging along. So which exchange have product? No, never. So UBX will be the first one, and with this, there is a possibility that will bring us into top five exchange. So as you know, mission and vision of UBC, all right, is actually to create language barrier connected into all Web3 world and being the largest decentralized AI translation network in the whole world. So this is actually a very potential product where not only for UBC, but also collaboration with UBX to become the biggest exchanger today. So stacking of UBX, all right, token, all right, for 7 days, all right, you have 0.4%, all right, API at 146. 30 days, 0.5%, APR at 182. All right, so these are the package, all right, that we're able to get. Okay. 7 days being the starting, all right, only one time trials. So once you try, the 7 days is not available. Right, so it goes for 30 days, 90 days, 180, and 360 days. So this is illustration of second 10,000 USDT. You're able to yield 40 USDT, total of the contract is 280. So at a 7 days tenure, you're able to enjoy 2.8%. So same for the 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, and 360 days. So I believe you guys are actually very familiar already with this UX token. So for UBC, it will be 60%, 40% USDT, all right? But then for a special promotion for our UBC launching, all right, in our Vietnam event. So now you can use 50% EUSDT plus 50% UBX. Okay, so this is very, very special promotion. All right, for this 15 days only until the official soft launch of our UBC Unicorn. Okay, let a reminder that EUSDT will not be calculated as a referral reward. Okay, it's just able to use 50%. You'll get the daily, but it will not be used as a referral reward. So this is illustration of stacking 10,000 USDT, all right, for 60% UBX and 40% USDT. So this is actually the referral for community, all right, 10% and freelance. So what makes UBX, all right, very, very unique. So let me summarize. Number one, UBX exchange, all right, have a product base, which is our unicorn, working together with GC Labs and GC Capital, where they have our launchpad, which is a very, very successful story where you can understand Big Get also uses the same way of building their user community. And another way that make UBX exchange stand out the most is because we have our own community base already. Okay. So at this point of time, a lot of exchanges started, all right, with doing affiliate using KOL, all right. This method is no longer applicable at this point of time because why? Many exchanges have already using this method. So what UBX exchange, all right, can do make this more unique or able to achieve the top five exchange is number one, which is their product base, which is their collaboration, another topic of building this UBC, our Unicom, and also for us to able, all right, to enjoy launchpad where TC Labs and Capital are able to bring in to incubate, all right, these potential projects in our UBX exchange. So other people, all right, from other exchanges can come and join and use UBX exchanger. And all right, least but not least, our three is that we have our own community plan. All right, where you can see we have from V1, V2, all the way to V5, V plus plus. These are the community reports that other exchanges do not give. So this is why with all these factors in place, this actually enables it is possible for UBX exchange to hit top five. So this is why I will say exchange is actually a future and where it's not easy to get to participate or potential exchange. So this is why I myself, all right, joined UBEX, all right, it's because the potential that they are actually creating and the mission and mission that we can see, all right, from the contribution of Mr. Johnson, GC Labs and his capital. So with everyone in place, the right person in place, with the right strategy and planning, of course, this is where we do our best, all right, to actually to build this UBX exchange. So this is actually for my sharing for today. Okay. So these are the referral rewards that we are actually familiar already. So for those of you would like to know even more, all right, what is UBX exchange all about? You can actually contact your direct leaders, all right, to your community leaders, all right, your inviters, all right. We can actually to learn more about UBX, all right. UBX definitely the exchange coming, all right, will be one of the top five. This is where we're actually planning to be. And also, all right, it's not too late because why? Exchanger, it is the future. Now we're actually giving the opportunity to you to invest or to come in to join exchange. All right, same thing, the opportunity for you to join in a financial bank. So this is the opportunity you're actually looking at. So if you guys find that our UBX Academy podcast, you guys learn something, do join us daily at 8 p.m. every day. All right. And today, I'm trainer UBX Victor, and I'm signing out. And thank you for listening my live and recording. Have a great day. Take care. Good night.